Speaking of more international updates this morning, viewers, this is a tragic case of mistaken identity that is coming in from Pakistan. Now, the Pakistani police, what is being said, they targeted an Australian family, an Australian schoolgirl who has been killed after the police allegedly mistook her family's rental car of that of the armed robbers. Now, the firing left her father and brother to be seriously injured, with the Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese, who has called for a transparent investigation, while the officer involved has now been taken into custody pending an investigation. Now, this is a case of a mistaken identity as to what is now being said has taken place in Pakistan, which has costed the life of an Australian girl, an Australian child, as far as in this firing case is concerned. And Australia is now demanding answers from Pakistan as far as their police that has been shooting this girl on a holiday dead. So Australian girl killed in Pakistan after reportedly now being shot by the police. And the Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese is now demanding and calling on the authorities in Pakistan to investigate this fatal shooting of an Australian girl while on a holiday with her family. So the suspects that fire at the police officer that apparently led to a shootout. Now, what is being said that the police officer, thinking that the suspects were fleeing on the family's vehicle, mistakenly fired his gun, resulting in the death of the 9-year-old girl and wounding her father and older brother. Sahil Suhail is connected with us. Sahil, looking at the pictures of the car, I mean, it is fully battered with bullets. And that apparently killed the 9-year-old Australian girl who was out there on a holiday, leaving her father and brother also injured.
Yes, exactly. And this incident unfolded in Chakwal area of Pakistan's Punjab last week on June 10, when the family was basically, in fact, traveling in this hired rental car. And the police was basically, what police is now telling that they were following armed robbers. And the officer who shot at this vehicle multiple times has, in fact, in his statement said that he suspected that the robbers were basically fleeing in this family car. But the matter of the fact is that a number of, in fact, fires were, fired upon this particular vehicle, as a result of which 9-year-old Hania Ahmed was killed, while in fact, her father and brother were critically injured. Now, in fact, Australian government has also taken up the case, demanding investigation into this matter, and the Punjab police claims that the officer was basically suspended, arrested, and in fact sent to judicial custody. And investigation is underway. All, in fact, evidences have been collected, but this incident has shocked both Pakistan and, in fact, the Australian government, particularly, who has now raised this issue and, in fact, demanded fair investigation into the matter, which basically left, in fact, 9-year-old.
I think we're going to put out exactly the demands that has been kept forth by the Australian Prime Minister himself, because he's called on the authorities in Pakistan to investigate the fatal shooting of an Australian girl while on a holiday with her family. So Australia has now demanded a transparent inquiry after 9-year-old Hania Ahmed was killed in police shooting in Pakistan's Punjab province. Now, while the Pakistani police say that the family vehicle was mistakenly identified during an anti-robbery operation, the girl's father, however, has disputed that account and is calling for an independent investigation into this tragedy. Now, what is being said that the Pakistan police has admitted their officers' mistaken assessment that led to the fatal shooting of Hania Ahmed during the anti-robbery operation in Punjab, and the officer who has now been arrested and remanded to judicial custody, while the authorities say that the full investigation is underway and have promised transparency and accountability in this case. So, Sahil, Punjab police saying that there is absolutely no justification for deviating from their established protocols and that it was conducting a thorough and impartial investigation. Remains to be seen what comes out of it.
Well, exactly. We see how investigations take place in Pakistan. They are at very low pace. In fact, these investigations happen in the region. But important is that the, in fact, 9-year-old girl's father has put out his statement saying that they were held on gunpoint and, in fact, they were targeted deliberately. But on the other side, Pakistan police, basically, they are the CCD department in Punjab, Chakwal, claiming that they were, in fact, carrying out anti-robbery operation, and that's when the chaos happened, and in fact they mistaken this vehicle, presuming that the robbers were basically fleeing in this particular vehicle. But matter of the fact is that 9-year-old girl Hania Ahmed has lost her, in fact, life. Her father and brother are critically injured. Australian government is strongly pressing for the investigation into the matter. As of now, Punjab police claims that they have arrested In fact, the officer, they have suspended him, and in fact, he has been remanded to judicial custody, and investigation is underway. All evidences have been collected from this part, and in fact, the family has been assured that the matter will be investigated.
All right, remains to be seen what comes out of this investigation. A thorough and transparent investigation is something which Punjab police has assured. Meanwhile, the father of the victim in this case, a 9-year-old girl who was killed in this fatal shooting case, has questioned the authorities. Meanwhile, the Australian leader has now asked for a transparent investigation and accountability. That is something that he is now demanding from the Pakistani authorities. Thank you very much, Sahil Sohail, for joining us here on the broadcast. So that seems to be a development that has now happened in Pakistan's Punjab province, where Australia is now demanding answers after a girl who was taken hostage, reportedly was shot dead by the Pakistani police. Let's, in the meantime, shift focus.